Good morning, North Dakota, and good morning, AARP North Dakota. I'm Josh Aspig, State Director for AARP. This is a special edition of All Things Advocacy, and super excited to have you here with us this morning. The reason this is a special edition, as you are aware, prescription drugs is one of the top priorities for AARP North Dakota this legislative session. And today, in fact, we just wrapped up the bill hearing this morning on our prescription drug pilot reference rate program. With me, as always, is Janelle Moser, Advocacy Director. And also with us, super excited to have her on again, is our Volunteer State President, Kathi Schwan. Good to see you both.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Janelle, tell our watchers and listeners a little bit about kind of what happened this morning, where we're at in the process, what happened.
Sure. As Josh said, our bill was up this morning, Senate Bill 2031 in Senate Human Services. This is the first step in getting the conversation started about how do we start to lower the cost of medicine for all of you in North Dakota. So what happened today, Legislative Council introduced the bill, walked the committee through the bill so they knew exactly what the bill would do. Then we had testimony in favor, and Kathi was here to talk really on behalf of all of you and our members to say why this bill was important. So, they spent half the time in the committee talking listening to supporters of the bill. There was some neutral testimony. We had folks from the National Academy of State Health Policy here to talk about really this bill and what it does. And then obviously the opposition was there as well. So, but it was a great hearing. It was a long hearing, but I think what we accomplished was we got the stories out there. We really pushed forward, the conversation that something needs to happen during this legislative session to help lower the cost of medicine.
Absolutely. And I agree with your assessment that this really is the start of the conversation and we can't let that happen. Kathi, you want to tell folks a little bit about what you said this morning and what you shared? And I should point out before Kathi does that, I'm so proud to have Kathi as my volunteer state partner for AARP North Dakota. We're so lucky to have her. She did a masterful job representing you all this morning. With that, I've stolen all of her thunder, but tell folks a little bit, Kathi, about what you said this morning.
I certainly hear the stories about, the cost of prescription drugs. And this was just one little piece of it today. These are the online surveys and the petition. And don't think that these things don't matter. I mean, accumulatively, you can see what an impact they have. But whenever there's a call to action, like Janelle often sends out, it means like right now. And because decisions are being made and, get it in front of them. Those postcards work, the emails work, the petitions work. And, when there is a call to action, like there probably is right now, we really need the reinforcement from all of you that have the stories, because this bill is for you. And we got to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't had a chance, I'd encourage you, and we will share out a link later this week, maybe with a recording of the hearing. Janelle's taking notes frantically as I'm giving her work about it. But the body language and reaction of the committee, I was so impressed with how intently they listened, and Kathi sharing the stories, some of which you have all told as part of it on your behalf was just great. So Janelle, I'm going to come back to you. What's next? What now? We had the hearing. Now what?
Sure. The committee now will, it's in really their jurisdiction. They can come back as a committee and they'll have a lot of discussion about the bill in its current form. There were a couple amendments that were introduced, so they'll consider those amendments, but it's really in the hands of the committee. So they'll make some decisions about, do we adopt the amendments, and then how do we move the bill forward, either giving a favorable or unfavorable recommendation. That's why you matter right now. Make sure you email your legislator, your senator, and let them know that this bill is important. Senate Bill 2031 is an important bill that will help lower the cost of medicine.
Kathi, what else can folks do?
Just like Janelle said, time is of the essence to respond. They're sitting there with their laptops in front of them. They're reading emails. Take 2 minutes, get on the computer or on your phone and send them a message. And let's make this happen. We've talked about it, they said, for 6 years. It's time.
Absolutely. So we coming to you from live on the observation deck, our 18th floor of the state capitol today. So again, Volunteer State President Kathi Schwan, Advocacy Director Janelle Moser, I'm State Director Josh Aspig. Happy Monday, happy Martin Luther King Day, and thanks to him and his legacy of work as part of it. I hope you're all enjoying the day and taking some time to think about his work and the work we're doing, and just know we're continuing to fight for you up here at the state capitol. Have a great rest of your day.